What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of Self-Aware Narcissist Sundays. I used to call it Self-Aware Sundays, but now I gotta call it Self-Aware Narcissist Sundays, y'all. And this series right here is dedicated to trying to help narcissistic people get to therapy, what I talk about in therapy, how I deal with therapy and things like that. So many people wanted me to do this series, so y'all got to interact with the videos. Like, what about the narcissists? Well, can you make videos for narcissists? I do all the time. Y'all don't watch them. But anyways, y'all, I don't care if y'all watch them or not. Like I said, this is part of my passion project anyway. So today's episode is going to be about therapy. How therapy without discipline is pointless. How going to therapy, making a plan to go to therapy, seeing a therapist, possibly get diagnosed, whatever, like if you get diagnosed or not, going to therapy, if you feel like there's an issue or your partner makes you feel like there's an issue or like you can acknowledge that issues exist, going into therapy and without any type of discipline really is just pointless. You know what I mean? Because discipline means having a plan. Discipline means being able to stick to a plan. Disciplined. Plan. Discipline. This is a plan. This is disciplined. That's what it means, y'all. If you slow it down, this is a plan. You have to have a plan. And a good therapist will help you assemble a plan in therapy to work with your whatever issue that you feel like you're experiencing the most in your relationship dynamic. You know, just for me, one of my biggest setbacks in my own personal relationship was my inability to listen, my inability to communicate, and my inability to validate my wife's emotions and things like that. So I go to therapy, talk to my therapist, make a plan on how to communicate better and how to further validate my wife's emotions and listen to her and learning to communicate better, learning to listen to respond as opposed to being so reactionary, because that's what a lot of people mess up with. When if you're a narcissist, a lot of us are just super reactionary. Like we don't take into account every single thing that we have going on. You know what I mean? We don't take into account everything that's going on in our lives and whatnot, and it messes us up. It just does. You know what I mean? So you have to take the necessary steps forward in order to process things, in order to power up, in order to live a life worth living. Because a lot of times I talk to narcissists, they make it seem like their lives are not worth living. That's just how it goes. It makes it seem like the life is not worth living. Like not necessarily that they want to take their own life, but they're just going through the motions of life, just existing as opposed to living. What a lot of people do. A lot of people exist, but they don't ever fully get to live. Stop existing. Start living. Go to therapy. Make a plan with a good therapist. Make a plan before you even go to therapy. Have a plan in mind, and don't let that plan. And this is me being realistic. Don't let that plan be that you're going to get rid of narcissistic personality disorder, because I feel like that's shooting for the damn stars. You know, if you can show me a narcissist that has been completely cured and has lost show me that they've been clinically diagnosed and they've taken another diagnosis and it's gone, or it just didn't show up as much. Show me that, y'all, because I've taken two. I got diagnosed 5 years ago, in 2018. I got diagnosed in 2018, and then I got diagnosed again in 2023. I've been in therapy the whole time. But I'm getting better at living a better life. I'm getting better at I'm getting better at living my life to the fullest extent. I just am. You know what I mean? I want to help other people who think that they might be struggling with their mental health, who think they might be narcissists and struggling to live this way and struggling to move forward with things like that. I want to help so many more people, but you have to want to help yourself. Go to therapy. I know so many people, you have to go to therapy with a plan, and that plan should include being open, being honest, and being vulnerable, in dealing with being able to accept that shame exists, being able to accept that shame exists, but shame is a liar. Shame does not have to be telling the truth. I think a lot of people, narcissists especially, feel like shame has to be telling the truth. No, it does not, y'all. Shame can be a liar. Let shame be a liar. You know what I mean? Shame does not absolutely does not have to be telling the truth. It just does not. Shame can absolutely be a liar. Let shame lie for a little bit. You know what I mean? That's the dynamic. That's the space. That's the headspace that a lot of people get into. Go to therapy, y'all. Reach out to me. I actually do one-on-ones. I talk to narcissists all the time. I think that what blows people's minds is the fact that I do talk to narcissists. I do all the time. I tell them about my therapy journey. I do phone calls with them to tell them how I communicate better and things like that. Are they willing to put the work in? That's up to them. But I try to make a plan with them. Hey, this is what you got to do right here. This is what works for me. Try this out. See how it works for you. That's what I do. I do one-on-ones with narcissists as well. I don't hate narcissists. I think people think I hate narcissists. I do not hate narcissists. That's not what my message says. My message is I want to stop people from being toxic as hell and abusive. I'm a narcissist. Look, hate me? No. I know how I think. I know the struggle. I know how it feels to battle with a personality disorder every single day. To wake up every single day with a new struggle. Wake up every single day. Like we did a workshop in Orlando on the 20th of May, right? And I did a self-love. I did a self-love rating. I said, rate your self-love on the 1 to 10 scale, right? And I told everybody in the room, I was like, I wake up on a 1 every single day. I have to build my self-love every single day. I have to wake up and start off the day by building my self-love, by working on my self-love. That's what I have to do every single day. You know what I mean? You have to do it. Like you have to, whatever it takes for you to get into the mindset to want to go to therapy. And like I said, people ask me, like, how often do you go to therapy, Lee? I do therapy once a month. Twice a month sometimes. It just depends on how the therapist and how we have things going on, how we have things set up. But typically it's once a month. It's been once a month for 6 years. October 17th, I think it's 17th. I think I gotta look at the exact date. I think around October is going to be the anniversary of therapy. My therapy anniversary, 6 years. I say 6, yeah, I round up. That's what I do. I have an engineering degree and I learned how to round up a long time ago. So rounding up is better. But that's what we do though, y'all. So like, go to therapy. Make a plan, y'all. Therapy is not the end of the world. I think so many people think because you go to therapy, you're messed up. No, you go to therapy to get better, to feel better. You go to therapy because you have hope for yourself. Therapy should be hope for yourself. Therapy can give you hope, but you already have hope for yourself that you can actually go into therapy and be a better human being. If you put the work in, you have to put the work in, y'all. You have to. Not only do you have to have a plan, you also have to be able to put the work in. You know, you have to put the work in, because if you go to therapy without putting the work in, what's the point? Ask yourself what the point is, y'all. What's the point? If you go to therapy and don't want to put work in, what is the point? You have to be willing to put the work in, because if you don't put the work in, you're going to suffer, you're going to struggle, and you're going to be sad. Yeah, you're going to live a long, sad existence. Your partner probably going to leave you, and you're going to blame me. Oh, Lee Hammock, my wife left me because of you. No, yeah. When people say that statement, Lee Hammock, my wife left me because of you. Like, listen to that statement right there. Listen to how that statement avoids accountability. They put it onto me. They put their partners, or my husband left me because of you. They put the accountability onto me and not onto them. That's what narcissistic people do. Stop deflecting and ask yourself truly, why did your partner leave you? You see what I'm saying? Was it because of my behaviors, or was it because of Lee Hammock and his videos denouncing narcissists and adding to the stigma, rabble? You know what I mean? Now I just tell people, y'all, make a plan. Make a plan to go to therapy and work on yourself. Be open, honest, and vulnerable, because the therapist can only help you with what they know. If you go to therapy lying and blaming it on your partner, then you're going to lose your partner. I promise you. You're going to blame me. But anyways, y'all, like I said, I have to, one way I've rebuilt my self-love is I work in my own self-love journal. My self-love journal is available on Amazon. Lee Hammock, I Love Me, a self-love journal, y'all. If y'all like this series, I will continue to do this series. Give me some topic ideas in the comment section directed towards narcissists, y'all. If the narcissist in the comment section, ask me a question. I'll answer it in a video like this next Sunday. Like and subscribe for more. Interact. Mr. Hoodness is out. Peace.